Fellas, pay attention because I need to tell you something honest. 3 women, yeah, 3, already told me not to share what I'm about to say. One of them looked me dead in the eye and said, "You're crossing a line." Another just shook her head and said, "Don't do it, please. Some things are meant to stay quiet." And my own girl, she didn't even argue. She just said, "This is going to stir things up." And maybe it will, but I'm saying it anyway. Because you deserve to know. Because I'm tired of watching good men walk around blind. Tired of watching guys twist themselves into knots, trying to decode signals that were designed to keep them confused. So no, this isn't some red pill nonsense. This isn't about hating women or trying to beat them at some game. This is about finally seeing the board you've been standing on your whole damn life without even realizing it. This is about truth. And before we go any deeper, I need you to hear this. If you're feeling confused, if you're tired of the double standards, the silence, the tests, the pretending, bro, it's not your fault. You weren't raised to understand this. Nobody ever pulled you aside and said, "This is how it actually works." So you went in blind, led with honesty, led with effort, led with heart, and what happened? You got left on read, ghosted, and friend zone. But that stops now. Because once you see the patterns, once you understand what's happening underneath the surface, everything shifts. So first, let's talk about the silence. Not just any silence, but strategic silence, calculated stillness. It's deadly. Have you ever had a woman just go quiet on you? Not emotional, not angry, just nothing. You're mid-conversation, maybe even mid-argument, and then it's radio silence, cold and clean. And your brain lights up like a pinball machine. What did I do wrong? Why isn't she saying anything? Is she testing me? Should I fix it? That silence isn't random. It's a tactic. Many women pick up early, whether they know it consciously or not. They know silence makes men spiral. It makes you chase, makes you reveal where your insecurities live. It's not just absence, it's pressure, it's tension. And trust me, they're watching. Watching what you do when you're uncomfortable. Do you fold? Do you try harder? Do you get emotional? Or do you stay still and keep your frame? They listen to the silence like it's music. And you become the song. Now let's talk about emotional mirroring. You think you're vibing with her? You think you're in sync? No, bro, she's reading you like a weather forecast and adjusting in real time. You walk in confident, high energy, magnetic. She reflects that. You show up guarded, low-key, uncertain. Suddenly, she's soft, quiet, and patient. It's not fake, it's intentional. Women are emotional chameleons, not because they're manipulative, but because they've mastered the art of connection, rapport, and influence. They know if they reflect your energy, you'll feel seen, you'll feel safe, you'll let your guard down. But that's just the first layer. While they're syncing with you, they're also studying you, gathering data. What lights you up? What shuts you down? Where's your confidence? Where's your weakness? Every little reaction you have, they're logging it. Not in a notebook, but in their gut. It's instinctual, strategic, and subtle. And the more you react without awareness, the more control you give away. That leads to the next truth bomb, which is the ranking system. You might not know it, but every woman has one. Not written down, not spoken, but it's there. A subconscious tier list of every man in her orbit. Tier 1, the men she deeply respects, maybe desires. These are the guys she would adjust herself for, compromise for, and compete for. Tier 2, the convenient ones. Fun, useful, maybe even liked, but not truly respected. Tier 3, background noise. She'll text you when she's bored, maybe not at all. Tier 4, red flags. Men she warns her friends about. And the criteria? It's everything. How you carry yourself, how you talk to people, how you handle pressure, whether you flinch when she tests you, whether you stand for something, whether you make her feel something real. And this ranking shifts. You can go from tier 1 to tier 3 real quick if you start acting needy. You can also rise from tier 3 to tier 1 in a moment of calm strength. I remember a guy I knew back in the day. Solid dude, polite, thoughtful, but every time he liked a girl, he'd overgive text paragraphs, apologize too much, always trying to please. And every time, without fail, you could see it, she'd start to pull back. What looked like respect would fade into obligation. What was interesting became an annoyance. He never got it. He thought being good was enough. But being good without strength? That doesn't move her. Women don't respect over effort when it smells like insecurity. They respect presence, calm, grounded, masculine presence. Not performative, just solid. Now for the one I was told not to talk about, which is gatekeeping. Here's what you have to understand. Women are taught from an early age that their desirability, their attraction, is power. And whether they want to admit it or not, that belief runs deep. It's not about desire, it's about control. Society, friends, media, it all tells her, don't give it away. Make him earn it. Hold out. Be mysterious. Don't be easy. So now, even when she wants you, she might act like she doesn't. Even if the fire's burning, she'll slow things down. Not because she's unsure, but because she's protecting a narrative, a sense of self-worth that's been wrapped up in restraint. It's a mask. It's not always conscious. It's not a trick. It's survival. She might want connection as deeply as you do, but she's been told over and over that wanting it makes her vulnerable. So she filters, she tests, and she creates hurdles. And if you don't understand that, you'll misread her every move. You'll think, she's not into me. Or worse, you'll try to push past it, and the moment you do, you lose. But if you do get it, if you see the game for what it is, you stop personalizing. You stop over-explaining. You stop dancing. You let her be unsure, and you stay solid. Because attraction doesn't grow from pressure. It grows from patience, presence, and the kind of quiet confidence that doesn't chase or demand. Now let's talk about male competition. Women know how men operate. They know we compete. They know we're wired to win. And they know how to trigger that instinct, whether they admit it or not. She mentions another guy. Some friend she laughs with too hard. She posts a story where she looks just out of reach, and boom, 27 dudes jump into her DMs. Is it deliberate? Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but the effect is the same. It makes you lean in, try harder. Suddenly, you're texting first, offering more, working overtime for her attention. And in doing so, you lose your edge. Because the moment you try to earn your place, you've already surrendered it. She doesn't want you to compete. She wants you to choose her from a place of calm, of standards, of sovereignty. She wants to feel your value without you having to explain it. So when the tests come, when she mentions the ex, the guy friend, the coworker who just gets her, don't flinch, don't puff your chest, don't explain yourself. Just breathe, smile, and stay grounded. She's not looking for a reaction. She's looking for a center. And now we come to the end. And maybe they'll never admit it. Maybe they'll pretend they didn't notice when you stopped chasing. Maybe they'll post fake happy stories and play it cool. But deep down, they remember. Not because you begged, not because you argued, but because you left the way only a man with self-respect does, quietly, completely, without looking back. That's when the shift happens. That's when the game flips. Because you stopped being an option. You became a memory they can't replace. So if you've ever walked away from someone who used silence to manipulate you, who tested you just to see you flinch, who withhold affection like a prize to be earned, and you chose to vanish instead, drop a ghost in the comments. Because that's how I'll know. You didn't fold, you didn't chase, you didn't beg. You disappeared with dignity. You evolved. And now, you're the one they'll never forget. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.